Man, we would have gone.
You would have stuffed up.
I know.
Hello.
But you were there. Hi. We
What?
were quickly. I was about to say something because we were talking about work just in between. Yesterday, I was on the desk by myself, and I work at a retail store, so people come up to my desk, customers, other employees, mainly night fill. I talk to a lot of night fill staff, and one of them came up yesterday.
Just having a casual little meeting there.
One of them came yesterday for no reason. He just came up. My name badge. They fucked up on my name badge, and they have my full name. You know that. The audience doesn't know that, right? So a lot of people know my full name that I work with, despite I didn't tell them. That's just.
It just happened.
It's just how it's come across. And I was doing something. I was putting in stock or whatever, and one of the Nightfield boys just came up, and it's a name badge. You can't really see it. You have to look for it. I was on the ground behind the desk, and he came to the desk, knocked on it, and then went, "Hey, how do you say your last name?" And I was like, "Huh?" And he points my name. He's like, "How do you say that?" And I told him. He was like, "Oh," because he took a few shots. He's like, "Ogden, Ugden," and I was like, "Ogden." He was like, "Oh, yeah, it makes sense." I was like, it was really annoying because during high school, I was like, I got awards, and I was like I wasn't a nobody to the staff, but somehow they could never get my last name right for whatever reason.
Are you serious?
They eventually did. The ones that really knew, the ones that had me as teachers, did. But whenever they called me out for an award, they'd be like, "Ogden," and I'd be like, "Listen, I corrected you in rehearsal."
Yeah, that goes all out the window, trust me. I've had to say names before for a sports award ceremony.
No, it's rude.
It's hard to remember it all. You write it down the best you can next to it, and it's like...
That you don't read it till afterwards, and you're like, "Ah, man."
Because it's first, yeah, you read the name first, and then the proper way is after, so your brain doesn't see it. And then you're just like, I am so sorry.
Yeah, and then he started telling me about his last name, and he was like, "Yeah, it has an E in the end." He's like, "But our relatives took the E off, the ones that wanted to be, not relatives, way back, back in the day.
Oh,
they
yeah.
took the E off, so it's Thorn."
Ah, so it's yeah.
It's more than Thorn. I'm just saying the last part the part he was talking about was said Thorn, and he said the ones that wanted to distance themselves from the family took the E off.
Wow,
So
such a power play.
Yeah, but it was just so that people were like, "Oh, aren't you related?" It's like, no. Our last names are different. And then he was talking.
That's so stupid. Have a totally different last name then. If you really hate them that much, just go, "Oh no, we don't have the E at the end." It's like, bro, I don't know how to spell. I'm thinking 16th century fools.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, well, exactly. I don't have did they have birth certificates then? Did they have formal ways to prove someone was actually born?
Nah, not that I know of. I think they had a registry where you had your name on a physical document, but there's no birth certificate. You sort of just knew how old you were.
I feel like some people, maybe
X.
So what we did, we just hit a terminal where I've pointed them out before, but that was, oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. So that's where you do other shit.
Yeah, so that terminal will unlock a secret video that was only in the remastered version. Yeah, so I imagine royals and whatnot probably had an actual...
Yeah, they have to. They have documented timestamps. Not timestamps, but dates.
Yeah, they had to prove they were royal.
As best they can, I imagine, because stuff gets destroyed. Calendars aren't always correct. People are dumb, that sort of stuff.
I lean more on people are dumb.
Yeah, me too. If you look to the Commonwealth, which is the Queen Elizabeth II, that royal family would have a pretty documented stuff. That's only because they're in charge and they're the victors of the war, so they get to write history.
It wasn't too long ago that like 2013, 2014, that there was speculation that the Queen wasn't actually part of the royalty. That like the royal family wasn't the real royal family.
Of course it wasn't.
I read that the other day, and I was like, it was from a few years ago, but I read it.
Have they not seen history?
Nah.
They have died. The original royals have died so many times.
With chops and changes, but since modern era.
Are they talking
don't
about
get
like
shit
within
like
the last
that.
200 years?
I have no clue.
Are they referring to like they're not?
I think they were referring to something recent, like she got swapped as a child or something like that. It was something like stupid.
Well, she wasn't really meant to be the queen. Her uncle was, but her
Her uncle was meant to be the queen.
her uncle was meant to be the ruler.
Yeah, oh shit!
He was alive.
I'll reduce this.
The uncle was supposed to be the king, but he passed on, and his brother, the queen's dad, took the mantle, and his line took it. But then he died at like 40 or 50 when she was like 19, and because she was the eldest, she all of a sudden was the queen.
Okay. Well,
And it was the weird. My mum watched the royal TV show of her story. She was telling me about it.
The Crown.
That's it, yeah. And she was saying it was a weird paradigm because she went from being a normal family member of being 19 to her mum and sisters now have to call her the Queen and Your Majesty.
That'd be fun.
It would be cool, but
It'd be just a change of dynamic, and like obviously back then.
And it was weird, yeah, because like they wouldn't have expected that to happen for at least another 20 or 30 years. But then it's like, oh, you're the Queen.
I'm fabulous. She's fabulous.
She's fabulous.
All right, there is a guy with.
So technically, she wasn't meant to be queen. That's correct. But if saying they're not the original royals is just plain stupid because that's history in a nutshell.
So it was probably the early one too.
But like you angering anyone in history, it's like we're the true kings. No, we're the true kings. I'll kill you for that.
That's how most wars started.
That's that's history in a nutshell.
All right, so we're saving Captain Keyes. You remember Captain Keyes? He was
Nope.
he was the guy we talked to on the ship.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. And then it crashed.
But talking about history,
Go on.
the anime / manga Vinland Saga, that talks about the 11th century Vikings. So the early 11th century Vikings and how they came into power. So it talks about like, oh, there's a king of England, but then there's also a king of Poland, I think it is. Poland? Probably not Poland, I think it's one of those, not Finland. What's the other one called?
Was it start with P?
N, I think?
Norway? Norwegian?
Norway, I think they're the king of Norway, yeah, and he's also just happens to be the king of Vikings.
This is going to be a nice one.
Don't say
Nigeria.
that. Niger. And they're talking about how the Norwegian king, or the Viking king, overthrew the English ones and became the king of England. So at that point in time, the Vikings were the king.
Yeah, okay, I get it now. Sorry, my head was trying to wrap around that and what's happening on screen.
What's happening on screen?
They're pretty much telling us to move out.
Whoa!
Uh,
He just straight up yoinks, shut up and get behind me, sir.
Yeah, they're like, pretty much, we're on a Halo ring. The Covenant wants something here.
Is this still the same mission?
This is still the same mission.
Oh my god. Wow, they just stealthily ran at you and...
You can keep talking now. I was just trying to see what was happening with the game.
But it's really cool because like the main story is basically like, we have the true king. No, we have the true king. And then within those true kings, with quotation marks, they also have like, we're the true king within that.
Ooh.
So there's like rivalries between the two major camps, Norway and England. But then they mostly focus on the Vikings, and then they go, well, within the Vikings, there's more than one true king. So it's like a constant power struggle to fight over who's the true king, and at that point it's like, who cares?
What was that manga called? Or anime?
It's Vinland Saga, or Vinland. It's spelled Vinland.
And can they find this on Anime Lab, Crunchyroll?
They can find it pretty much everywhere. It's like a pretty mainstream one at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywhere that you can read manga for free, I mean, paid subscription, or watch it, it's pretty good. I recommend it. It's cool finally seeing some sort of history facts about Vikings. Because not to be weird, but like, we don't learn a whole lot about that at school.
Well, no, we don't. Assassin's Creed is getting a Viking game this year.
Yeah.
Meant to be, but yeah,
really
we'll see
cool.
how we go.
It's really nice.
And after Assassin's Creed, the last one, Odyssey, it's not very.
I was like, how did you know there was someone there?
Oh!
And then I saw the sword hovering and turning around.
After Odyssey, they're not really very factual back on Creed anymore.
Yeah, well they can't. It's hard to
make an RPG and make it be based
Factual.
on
They can go, someone died around this time, and we can make up how they died.
See, but I like the other ones because like all the dates and locations
Are spot on
in the old ones.
Yeah. But it obviously gets harder the further back in time you go.
Also, the more present you go as well, because there's like a lot of people being like, when are they going to do like the First World War?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they wouldn't do that mainly because there's still people alive from then. Not that they'd really care about Assassin's Creed, but like misrepresentation on a modern day event is
modern history, definitely.
very difficult to do.
They could have even just done one that was based before World War, and the final mission is where you kill Franz, the guy who started World War. You know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, the guy that died and then caused the spark of the whole First World War.
Franz, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Hans Franz.
Yeah, Hans Franz, the Pertimans. No offense to whoever might hear that. But that could be just like the final mission you do, and that's probably the most recent I feel like they might do, but even then, that's pushing it. Hold Y to switch.
Yeah, but I want... This
Yeah,
only has
single
one bullet. And like what we're about to do, we have to protect Keys from getting
You
dead
need
skis.
bullets.
And I have nothing.
Just kill him and take his gun.
I can't kill Keys.
Fine, shoot him in the head and then CPR him.
Okay. See, because these are about to open.
You just have like no health. Every time I see him, it looks like he's got needles in the back of his shoulder. Because he's just
They go
making
straight
out with
into
it.
his eye.
He's just making out with that thing. Oh, you gotta be wary about the grunts too.
Yeah. Far out, he ran straight into it. Okay, what I'm gonna do...
No, don't be a bitch.
No, I'm gonna cut it once we do this part.
Oh, okay.
Or should we do it one more time and then...
We'll do it one more time, and if that doesn't work, we'll cut it, yeah. Not even a headshot.
Because I can't see his goddamn head.
Change it then.
Okay, now we know this is up here. Yeah, I started watching JoJo's last night. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure last night.
Oh shit, did you start the original?
Yes. I watched the first episode. The very first one.
Was it any good?
I liked it. I was in shock and awe when, spoilers, when Dio puts his fucking dog in the furnace.
What?
Dio puts Jonathan's dog in the furnace because Jonathan pissed him off.
Oh my god.
I've fallen
Can you
down this
stop
series
doing
time.
that? Jesus Christ, dude. He's gonna die. Right now. He's running where the grunts are, and that's amazing.
No, I died and he died.
Alright, we're gonna cut it.
I'm gonna cut this to...
We'll see you when we come back.
Okay, we're back.
We finished. He survived the
He
suicide
survived
mission.
him. Oh, it only took like another attempt in between, but it was still
It was worth the risk.
That was like 4 attempts in total. 4 or 5 attempts in total.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Get back, get back, get back. Oh, never mind.
He's actually just clearing it out for you. He's running away!
Kill him! No surrender!
What is it? What are you doing?
This is the end of the mission here. I
Wow.
think.
Flawless.
Yeah, well, I knew we were close to the end of the mission, which is why I was kind of like, man. Like, there's
Just
no point
let-
ending this to make another one.
Just go. Just go. Just do it. Just do it. Can you change it? No, you can't in cutscenes.
No,
can you?
no, it's Halo 2 you can change it in.
Give me a minute to fuck with the ship's intercourse.
I wish that's what she said. Captain Hunters? No!
Are they called Captain Hunter? Or they a captain of hunters?
Yeah, someone accidentally. I don't know who's driving. I don't know if we're driving.
Cortana is. She's too busy fucking the intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we did it!
Totally didn't take us 40 minutes. Oh, no, it didn't. It took us 37. Alright, and with that, we'll finish this one up. Give it a quick save.
Yeah, we'll
And then
see you next time.
Yeah, jump on next time. Alright,
Goodbye.
see you then.